Good day, class. I hope you are all doing well today. Now, I want us to settle down and dive into a topic that you all encounter daily, whether consciously or unconsciously. It's something that influences the way you greet your neighbor, vote for a leader, run your business, get married, or even wear clothes. Today's topic is religion. Let me begin with a question. How many of you prayed before leaving the house today? Or say thank you to God when something good happened recently? Religion, my dear student, is deeply rooted in our daily lives, especially here in Nigeria. Whether you're a Christian, Muslim, traditionalist, or even a non-religious person, you will agree that religion influences how people think, behave, and even govern. In traditional African society, religion was the central bank of knowledge and authority. If you wanted rain, you talked to the gods. If someone was sick, you didn't go to UCH Ibadan or LUTE Lagos. Instead, you consulted the Babalawo or herbalist who used religious rituals to heal. But now, in modern society, that role has reduced. Religion is no longer the all in all. A Christian might still pray for healing, but they will go to the hospital. A farmer might go to the mosque to pray for rain, but also listen to weather forecast on the radio or TV. My name is Adefemi, and I am your lecturer for today. And today we are looking at Module 3, Unit 4, and our topic is religion. So, moving further, what is the definition of religion? It's straightforward. Religion is simply a system of belief, symbols, and practices like prayer, rituals, sacrifices that is centered on sacred themes. What is the meaning of the word sacred? It is what people treat with awe or reverence. Think of a Quran, a Bible, or a shrine in a village compound. People treat them with care, respect, and fear. So religion forms a community around this belief. That is why people go to mosque, churches, shrines, or temple. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. For example, the Redeemed Christian Church of God brings millions together for Holy Ghost service. Same with Muslims during Eid at the National Mosque in Abuja or Mecca during Hajj. So you see, religion has a lot of impact in our society. So moving further, what is the element of religion? Number one element is beliefs. These are what we believe. Part like believe in God, gods, spirits, ancestors, and so on and so forth. For example, the Christian believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. The Muslims believe in Allah and the Prophet Muhammad. Traditionalists in Yoruba land, for example, may believe in Shango, Oshun, or Ogun. Number two, rituals. These are the physical actions such as prayers, sacrifices, baptism, fasting and offering done by this religious group. For example, the Muslims observe Salah 5 times a day. The Christians take Holy Communion regularly. In Benin Kingdom, during Igwe festival, rituals are performed to protect the king and the people. So, number three, subjective experience. This is the emotional or spiritual experience of feeling close to the divine, such as joy, fear, peace, and awe, reverence to the divine. So, an example, a woman may testify in church about a miracle healing. A person might feel peace during Ramadan fast. Others feel connection through trance in a traditional setting. Number four, community. Religion is not just personal, it connects people, it creates families, groups, and even political movements. In Nigeria, for example, people join fellowships, Islamic societies, or traditional cults that support each other in times of joy or sorrow. So, we say that under the elements of religion, we have beliefs, rituals, subjective experience, and community. Moving further, religion and society, and there are three views to this. Number one view is Emily Duncan view. He said that religion brings people together. It strengthens social bond and reinforces value. For example, during the Eid Fitri or Christmas, even non-religious people join in celebration. Communities unite during Eid Fitri or Christmas. Number two, Karl Marx. He said religion is a tool of oppression. It keeps the poor from fighting for their right by telling them you will suffer now and enjoy in heaven. For example, during the colonial era, some missionaries discouraged resistance by teaching obedience to authority while colonial master exploited people. Number three, Max Weber. He saw religion as a force of social change. Religious values can promote hard work and innovation. For example, Weber studied how Protestantism in Europe helped develop capitalism. In Nigeria, for example, many Pentecostal churches preach prosperity, leading members to start businesses and pursue success. So, under the religion and society, we look at the view of three giants in sociology. One, Emily Duncan, two, Karl Marx, and three, Max Weber. Moving further, nature of religion. Religion is not just belief, it's also a social organization. That is why sociologists classify religious groups into four. One, established church. This is the official religion of the state. It supports the government and vice versa. For example, in England, the Anglican Church was the official religion. In Islamic countries like Iran or Saudi Arabia, Islam is officially part of the state. Number two, Seth. S-E-C-T, Seth. This group feels the mainstream society is sinful, so it separates itself and live differently. For example, we have Jehovah's Witness who refuse blood transfusion and do not vote because they don't believe in the government of this world. We have the Aladura churches in Nigeria like the Cherubim and Seraphim. You know, they are example of a sect. They started as a sect before they now, became a church per se. Then number three, we have denomination. This is a middle ground organized and accepted by society but still religious. For example, we have the Catholic, we have the Methodist, we have the Pentecostal, all coexist in Nigeria and accept others' faith. So number four, we have cults. This is usually small, centered on a leader or new idea. It accepts other religion but is suspicious of society. Examples: some white garment churches or new spiritual movement. For example, we had this group like the Church of Scientology, and also a leader like Jim Jones who led a cult that ended in tragedy, many years ago. So, under the type of religion, we mentioned four types: established churches or church, two sects, three denomination, four cults. So, in conclusion, religion has moved from being the center of all things in traditional society to one institution among many in modern life. You know, it still influences morals, politics, and behavior, but it shares space with science, law, education, and medicine. So, in summary, we looked at religion, and we say religion is a system of sacred belief and practices, and also that it has four elements: beliefs, rituals, experience, and community. Then we talked about the three, or the view of the three giants in sociology: Emily Duncan, Karl Marx, and Max Weber. And we look at their powerful view and ways to understand religious role in human society. Then we talked about religion. Religion also exists in as a social organization. We talk about religion as a means of, um, you know, building a community life. You know, so I would like to drop um, something for us to work on, like an assignment or something to think about. You can drop your comment, your view, in the comment section. Think of a religious experience you've had or witnessed. What belief or ritual was involved? And did it bring people together? Did it shape your view of society? I mean, you can share your view in comment section. And um, this is where we'll be ending our class for today. Have a great day. Bye.